Hey everyone, Sophia here from my great challenge. Welcome back to my channel. This is another episode of Swatches and Stuff. I review all of the stuff that is new to me and that I've tried in the last 30 days. There's a lot of books and magazines and of course makeup and skincare. Okay, so the basket is pretty heavy and I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can without rambling too much. So let's start from head to toe. I'm gonna put that to the side and you can see if you've been watching all my videos so far, I started with poofy hair and now it's getting flatter and flatter. On the subject of hair, I'm going to review this Shea Moisture and this is a spray. This is the High Porosity Moisture Seal Finishing Elixir. Okay, it's a mouthful. So basically this is the John Frieda Freezies in a very liquid formula. That's all it is. This is low moisture retention for curly and coily hair, which very obviously is not my type of hair. I have curls, but frizz more than anything else. And you can see like in the back, I'm starting to get a little curly. All right, so if you have hair like mine, which is not too coarse and tends to thin on the top, you probably notice that as soon as you get a haircut or a hairstyle, they kind of like fall down because they just don't have any life in them anymore, especially once you start getting up in age. But my hair, generally speaking, if I blow dry like I did today, it's very manageable and smooth and silky. So I kind of like my hair this way. It just doesn't necessarily look all that great on this area in particular. Okay, I think I look better with volume on the top. So that's neither here nor there. How is this thing working? All right, so the first time I used it, I definitely put too much because I ended up looking like a grease ball. Okay, my hair was super shiny and super pretty, but I look like I had not washed my hair in quite some time. So I'm just gonna show you what it looks like and then I'm gonna look ridiculous for the rest of the video because you need to see what it looks like. So basically you just spray it on your hand and then you apply it on, but I'm telling you, like, you really don't need a lot. So this thing here, I can see it lasting for years. I got it at TJ Maxx for $4.99. What a bargain. Okay, spray, that's it. Spray again. That's all I'm putting on. Can you see it? Okay, then I go like this and let's see if you can see the shine on my hair. Oh, it smells so good. I love the smell. Okay, so you put it on either on damp hair or wet hair, and then I finish it off a lot on the ends right here, and basically it just gives my hair a beautiful shiny, you see that? Shiny finish. The problem is that if you put too much, you really look like your hair is dirty. I like it. Will I repurchase it? Probably not, only because it's just too difficult to work with. You really need so little for your hair, if your hair is like mine, that it's almost not a waste of product, but this bottle is huge. Now if you have very coily hair like they say, you can definitely put it on and it would look beautiful, but on my hair it just doesn't look all that great. So now I'm not too happy about this purchase. That being said, look at the shine. It's very pretty. So if I was doing an updo and I got to keep my hair a particular way and keep a shine, that's probably a product that I would use. You know, if my hair is in a bun or something like that, definitely would use that. But for an everyday, no, it's too much. Okay, next is very different. Have you ever seen this thing at the store? I know you haven't because I bought it at the Indian supermarket and it was a complete mistake not to have purchased it, but when I purchased it, I thought it was toothpaste. So if you are from India, Pakistan, and all of those areas, you probably know what this is. It was right next to the turmeric toothpaste. So I grabbed this thinking it was another type of toothpaste, and no, it's not. This is a skin cream. All right, so thankfully I read the label once I got home, didn't put it on a toothbrush and started brushing my teeth with it, and I went online and tried to figure out, well, what do you do with this? Is a turmeric skin cream, isn't that going to turn my skin like orange? All right, it does have a little bit of orange in it. I'm going to show it to you. Yeah, it definitely has. You see that? Okay, it's like a whipped thing, but once you apply it on, it actually disappears. All right, I'm just putting a little bit. So now, this is not a moisturizer. It smells like turmeric. The smell is not all that great, okay? But apparently, this is great for acne and pimples, okay? Which I don't necessarily have, but you remember in the last, what was it? Battle of the bags between Ipsy Glam bag and the Sephora Play. In the Sephora bag, there was a Nip Fab glycolic gel that you put on, and then you just eventually rinse it off, and it's like glycolic, so it's basically a peel, okay, like a chemical peel. All right, I tried it once, and the following day, the breakouts on my chin were unbelievable. If you watch my channel every single week, and if you watch all my videos, you probably noticed that I had some pimples here. I was trying to cover with some, you know, whatever concealer, and then I got another one that grew after that. It was just the weirdest thing. Like, this Nip Fab product pretty much like drew out impurities out of, you know, from my skin to the point where I was breaking out. So I applied this little miracle product here, and I have it on actually today, and I did it at night. I put a lot of it on the pimples themselves, and guess what? Even within 2-3 hours, the bump is reduced, and then instead of maturing, the pimple just like dissolves, like it disappears. So what I did today, because I still have one right here that's having a hard time healing, I just put it on, I let it dry, and then I put my foundation, my moisturizer, and all of that. And I got to tell you, this is great. This is great, because other acne medication that I've used, or pimple cream or whatever, they end up peeling, and then you have this crust that you have to like peel off. And when you put foundation, the foundation gets stuck in the crust. This doesn't do that at all. So I'm going to put the links down below for all of the products I'm showing today, and I'm hoping this is on Amazon and I can get you to buy a tube. Maybe it's not this size or smaller, because this was unbelievable. Turmeric, who would have thought? And no, it doesn't turn your skin orange. It does stink though. Scott is not a fan, and when I wear it at night, just saying. Okay, so next, foundation. I needed a new foundation because the one I had oxidized. And that was the Fit Me by Maybelline, I believe, or was it Covergirl? Whatever, you know which one I'm talking about. Okay, that was 2 or 3 months ago. Totally oxidized, the color changed on me, horrible. So I went on YouTube, and everybody's talking and raving about this thing right now. This is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin. Hold on, need the spikes. And the one I purchased is number 15 Ivory, okay? I have it on today. This is the only foundation in all of the history of Sophia and foundation that match my skin tone perfectly. Unbelievable. And I've tried ivory colors from Lancome, from Maybelline before, from Revlon, from a whole bunch of brands, but I never really had one that actually matched my skin tone so well. This thing covers very well but disappears on my skin. It's a beautiful velvety finish, no dew on it. It's not a matte, it's between matte and velvet, so it does have a little bit of a sheen, but not so much that you have to kind of put a matte powder over it. And what I like the best about it is that this thing actually sets very well, doesn't oxidize on my skin, and I can build a second layer if I need to. So today you probably can see it that I have a bunch of marks, acne marks, and a pimple right here, because I put 2 layers of this on my chin and a third one just on the pimples, and it's covering it, and it's still looking natural. I don't look cakey, I don't look pasty, I don't look like I have foundation on. I love this. I love this. This is great. This is, again, the Superstay Maybelline Better Skin. Definitely true to its name, Better Skin Foundation. And again, I'm in number 15 Ivory. So I washed my hands from all the gook I had from the previous video. I'm going to put on a little bit. It's very fluid. I don't like that too much, but you know what? When you apply it with a nice brush, or a blender, like a beauty blender. Here you go, gone. See that? It covers, but it's, I don't know if you can see the finish I was telling you about. It's a beautiful, it has no scent. It's a beautiful finish, you guys. Skin transforming foundation, titanium dioxide sunscreen with Actyl C, and this is oil free. Now the sunscreen part, if you've watched me for a while, you know I don't wear sunscreen because I hate the way they feel on my skin. I don't feel it at all. It must be like really a small amount because I'm not feeling the tightness of the sunscreen on my skin. I love this. Recommend it 100%. Love it. Next, I don't know about this. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi, and this is a luminizer, obviously. And this is number C301 in Ice Glacé. It's, I think, the lightest one that they have. This is a liquid glow illuminator, so it's a highlight and a primer. So I would never use that as a primer because there's way too much shimmer in it. It's very, very light pink, like a champagne. It comes out as a cream. Okay, I'm gonna blend it for you so you can see. Okay, look at the shimmer in this thing. Look at that. Okay, yeah, can you say disco ball? There's way too much shimmer in this, but I tell you what, I find if I do a second layer of foundation, that if I put it as a highlighter right here on the top of my cheekbone, the center of my nose, top here, and a little bit here, and a little bit here on the side to show the contrast with the contour, guess what? If I put it on top and then I put another layer of foundation or a nice finishing powder over it, it doesn't look like it's staying on top of my skin. There's a lot of those products that when you put them on, they look so wet and they really just look like you highlighted your skin and it sits on top. This, because the way I've been using it, either in between two layers of foundation or underneath a finishing powder, it almost looks like it's shining through and it almost looks like it's actually coming from my skin. But I have to be very gentle because there's a lot of illumination from this thing. I like it, but you have to learn to work with it. It's not that simple. So yeah, it's okay. I'm not a big fan. I have a whole bunch of that kind of products in my vanity right now. So did I need another one? No. Am I going to repurchase it? No. But I like playing with it for now. So if you're on the market for a highlighter, this one is not too bad. The only thing again is that it's got too much shimmer. So you got to be really gentle. And again, put it on and then really blend it, because if you put it on top of your foundation and that's all you wear it, it's just gonna be too obvious. Makeup is supposed to look natural, okay? Just saying. All right, next. This is the Covergirl True Naked Jewels. And it says it's new at the store. They have another two of them. One of them is pretty much like the Naked palette by Urban Decay, and the other one is like a variety of it, more in the gray. This one is the one that has the fun colors and I wanted to play with it. So how do I like it? Well, it's got a nasty brush. Okay, so here are the colors. Do you see the shimmer in them? Okay, glitter even. All right, there's only one matte and it's this light pink right here. So I'm gonna do a quick swatch on these products. Look at that. Okay, we put them right here. I like them a lot. Okay, the purple. Oh, the purple. Purple is beautiful. Look at these. These are seriously pigmented. Look at that. Putting the stuff everywhere. And the last two is the gold and the charcoal right here. Look at these. Aren't they pretty? This one, not so much. But the purple and the matte one and that shimmer one right here, the blue and the greens, these are actually very good. I like them. There's a lot of fallout because it's CoverGirl, you know, I mean, it's not super high quality, but they're fun to play with. And the colors are very interesting because you can do a whole bunch of different combos. Like today I have the purple and the green and actually looks pretty good. And then I have this champagne shimmer right here, right in the middle, and then I have this one right here underneath to pop the colors a little bit more, and then I have it at the corner of my eyes. I like it a lot. I'm definitely going to play with this a little bit more. I haven't tried them wet, so I don't know how they would pan out as wet, but yeah, I like it. Packaging is alright. I don't think they needed that much shadow, to be honest. I think it's just a little bit too much. I would have liked to have something longer with smaller and maybe a mirror rather than this almost Wet n Wildish look. Just me. Next, I got 3 lipsticks. These are brand new at the store as well. These are from Revlon. Do you notice I don't buy L'Oreal lipsticks anymore? I gave up on L'Oreal a long time ago. These are, what are they called? I can't remember the name. Okay, so these I think are called the HD something. You can't miss them. They have the little heart. See that? Okay, so I got 2 colors and they're both gorgeous. But I'm not gonna buy any other color because I don't think the other colors are gonna be nice on me. But talk about the one I like the least out of the 2, but I still love it. 725 Sunset. It's sheer, but a little pigmented, so it's not a, you know, like a tinted lip balm. Way too long in terms of the packaging because you know the product is only up to here. But here's the, I don't want to break it. Okay, so here's the first one. It's a beautiful coral, and you see the finish on it. It's a velvet finish. They are very, very good formula. It smells a little bit like fruit. This is a very nice color. It actually looks very good on me. I don't know if you can see it with the lighting I have, but this is again like a coral with pink, just a hint of brick in it. Very nice color. Again, this is Sunset. And then the one I really, really like is called Desert. And Desert is number 710. And this one, when you look at it, looks more like a looks more like a taupe and like a movie color. But here it is on the side right here. So this is Sunset and this is Desert. Beautiful. So this is pretty much a step down from this. It's got less of a coral and more of a caramel in it. Beautiful. The formula is very nice. I like those. I think they're just a little bit too big for what they are. They could have just cut them. They could have just cut them right here, I think. But other than that, the formula is good. They stay on. They don't start to bleed into your crease or anything. You don't have to reapply all day. They stay on pretty well, actually. They're not tacky. You don't feel them. So they're very light, flexible, very nice. Tinted lip balm premium, I would call them. Very, very nice by Revlon. Again, these are the HD. They're brand new, so they're probably still in the display aisle rather than the actual Revlon, you know what I'm talking about, section. Okay, next is a little splurge because, you know, I had to. No, I didn't, but I like to splurge. Chanel. We have a lipstick, actually it's more like a tinted balm, and a nail polish. The nail polish I'm wearing today. This is number 506, Camellia. You can get any more hot as a pink than this one. It's a beautiful color. I love it. It's the kind of pink that I like. It's very summery, of course. As a color, not necessarily something you want to wear in the winter, but I think that they are by far my favorites. I really, really love Chanel Laquer. I think this is my 6th one now, and later on I'm going to do a, I still have the black from that eyeshadow. Later on I'm going to do a purge actually of my nail polish and lipsticks and stuff because it's time to purge. And I can't purge those. Those I absolutely love. They stay on, they don't peel back or pull back, they don't chip at all. Eventually after a whole week, yes they will, because it is nail polish, but depending on the top coat and the base coat you use, they actually can last longer. But this one is really, really pretty. It's not my favorite color from them. Elixir is still is, but this one is so pretty. I can't wait to use it on my toes. See how pretty it is? Very, very nice. Okay, so again, this is the Camellia by Chanel. And the next one, I'm wearing it today. This is not a lipstick. This is called the Rouge Coco Shine. And this one is number 55 in Romance. This is Baby Lips Pink. It is so cute. Look at this thing. Can you see it? Okay, so I'm gonna put it right next to the other, the 2 from Revlon, so you can see the difference. Okay, look at this, very sheer, such a pretty color. Those 3 together actually are very nice. It's got a beautiful formula, It's hydrating. It's a treatment at the same time. It's got a beautiful shine. You see that? It's such a pretty color. So feminine, so fresh, very pretty. I love it. It's the one right here. I really do. I think I'm gonna go and splurge and buy other colors because the formula itself is it's almost like a cocoa butter lip balm, or you know, like chapstick thing. So it feels like it's melting with the warmth of your body, but it's actually not. It's staying. So it is not, you know, going into your crease or anything. It's not going into your fine lines or anything, but it just is such a pretty color and a beautiful formula. I love it. Love it. Okay, so I am done with the skincare. Let's talk about the stuff. So this month I discovered a whole bunch of new magazines. I was going to Barnes & Nobles. They're not new, they've been around, but they're new to me. And I don't know, I'm into this log cabin, prairie style, pioneer kick right now. I've always loved that stuff, but never really thought about buying any of the magazines that are attached to that theme. But I did this time around. Okay, so this is a seasonal magazine, comes out every quarter, I guess. This is called the New Pioneer, and this is basically about for the most part, people who left the city and became farmers. So it's got a lot of information about gardening, okay, how to, there's a whole article here about hops, and then there's an article about canning. There's an article about little shacks. So there's some decor. There's some hunting stuff too. If you're not into that, I get it. Composting. So this is more like for people who are serious gardeners like me. See the articles here about bird dogs, and then people who have gone off the grids, you see, and they just completely survive with their own well water and solar panel. There's a whole article here about living in Idaho, farms in Idaho, fascinating soap making, DIY outdoor living. Really like this. The New Pioneer. I like this magazine. I'm definitely gonna repurchase another one. Am I gonna get a subscription? Probably not, because there's a lot of stuff in here that doesn't apply to my living in the burbs, let's face it. But anyway, so the next one is still in that theme. This is the New American Country Prairie Style. And the reason why I got this actually is because I was already thinking about moving Willie to the other room, and he said he wanted something to do with his eagle as a theme, and he wanted something outdoorsy with wildlife and things like that. So I got this because I thought I was gonna get some you know, little ideas, and it's really nice. It's a very nice magazine. It's got a lot of pictures, a lot of decorative ideas, not necessarily something that I can do here in this house because this is not a country house, but some of the decorative ideas and you know, tips in there are really neat. And what I like the most about it is that there's barely any advertisement, and that I appreciate a lot. Matter of fact, I think there is none. And how do they make it? I don't know. Cottage living. So it's very nice. Rooms with down-home charm, fun flea market escape, party on the farm. This is published by Country Samplers, which I have a few issues of. So yeah, this is very nice. It's nice that there's no advertising. You guys asked me, and I only have 4 minutes, so let me rush up. You guys asked me to review the books that I've been reading, because you know I read a lot and I go through books like I go through lipsticks. Okay, so this month for January I finished this. It was a long book. Okay, it was 602 pages. Okay, Karen Rose. Never read anything by her. This is I Can See You. I loved it. I couldn't put it down. This is falling in the category of romantic suspense, kind of like what's the name? Roberts. What, I can't remember the first name. Nora Roberts, I think, is it? I don't know. So here's the story real quick in a nutshell. Okay, so this girl, she was a victim of a horrible crime back in the days that left a scar inside and outside, when being poetic. And she ends up being tangled up into something else. She's going for psychology courses. She's part of a study, and the people who are in the study, the subjects, end up getting killed, and it's made to look like suicide, so the police gets involved. So she meets this cop who kind of knew her already, but anyway, like, did nothing really happen, but turns out that he really was intrigued by her, and she was, and did you know that? Okay, so there's a killer that's really, really vile. Okay, so it's really nasty, the stuff he does, but it's fascinating on the psychological point of view, because if you remember, I went to forensic psychology classes. Oh, that's what my degree is, my master's degree. So I studied sex offenders and I studied serial killers a lot, and this guy was just fascinating. I really liked him. As a bad guy, he was just like as bad as it gets. Really, really liked it. So the two of them end up doing the investigation together, and of course there's some romance in there, but unlike the formulaic books that you get that are romance, it's not like they make out on page 150 or 10 or 10 before, 10 after. It's always around the same time. This one took a long time, okay? So there's a big romantic build-up attached to it and a bunch of side stories, but the investigation itself was fascinating to read. I could not put this book down. Okay, when I was at the hospital with some clients of mine that I had to take for emergencies, and they were sleeping in their bed, I was reading. When I had to, when I'm cooking something and I had to wait for something to saute or whatever, I was reading. I finished it, I think, in a week and a half, 600 something pages. That tells you. Really like this. This is the first time I read anything by her, and I'm intrigued. I want to get more now because I think she's a very good author. Is it literature? No, I mean, come on, it's romantic suspense. What do you expect? But you know what? It was a page turner, and unfortunately for me, I knew who the killer was about 200 pages before the end, but that's just because, I went to school for that stuff, so I kind of figured it out. But she's very, very good. I liked it a lot. So this was Swatches and Stuff for the month of January 2017. Give me thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe if you are new. If you read other Karen Rose book, let me know down below if you like them, and I will link everything I talked about in the links down below. And then don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new and you want to see more videos from Sophia at My Great Challenge. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.